Rental minimum standards for locks Victoria. The property's external entry doors must have functioning deadlocks, or be fitted with locks that can be unlocked with a key from the outside, but can be unlocked without one from the inside. In Australia, a deadlock is a lock that has a cylinder or keyhole on the inside of the door, but more often than not, a deadlock has a cylinder on both sides of the door. Here are some of the most common deadlocks found in Australia. Double-cylinder deadbolt, 001 deadlatch, 005 paradigm deadbolt, 355 deadlock, double-cylinder Euro mortise lock. Some of these deadlocks require a key to exit when locked, and they are more secure. Consumer Affairs Victoria CAV permit these, but they recommend and prefer single-cylinder locks that don't require a key to exit. The following locks do not meet the new minimum standards. These old night latches and stream latches can be shimmed with a credit card. They should be replaced with dead latching versions, or a deadlock should be added to the door to meet minimum standards. This plain latch would need to be replaced with a dead latch, or a deadlock could be added to the door to meet the minimum standards. This old mortise lock doesn't have a cylinder on either side of the door. It would need a deadlock or single-cylinder dead latch added to the door to meet the minimum standards. Key points to consider when auditing or sending work orders for minimum standard compliance. 1. CAV define a deadlock as a dead latch with at least one cylinder. This means a deadlock with a cylinder keyhole on both sides of the door also meets minimum standards. 2. A dead latch is a latch that cannot be shimmed. The minimum standards ensure that every entry door will either have a dead latch or a deadbolt. If CAV didn't allow deadbolts or double-cylinder deadbolts deadlocks, they would clearly state this in the minimum standards. 3. CAV states, a dead latch is a type of lock that can self-lock. It never states that a dead latch is a type of lock that must self-lock. It doesn't even state that a dead latch is a type of lock that must have the ability to self-lock. Therefore, if self-locking was an important requirement, it would be clearly stated in the minimum standards. 4. CAV states a dead latch is not necessarily a lock that always needs a key to be opened from the inside. In fact, these types of locks are not recommended. This means if a key is required to exit, then it is permitted legal even if not recommended. If CAV didn't allow locks that require a key to exit, they would clearly state this in the minimum standards. Wasting time, money, and resources in this climate on unnecessary works is bad for your reputation as a professional. The Master Locksmiths Association of Australasia have completed extensive research on the minimum standards for locks. This included communications with CAV. The MLAA concluded that any deadlock, dead latch, or deadbolt, including a tri-lock, would meet the minimum standards as long as it had an external cylinder. Any plain latch or old-style night latch would not be permitted. If Consumer Affairs Victoria are not willing to provide absolute clarity on the minimum standards, then the MLAA's definition is the most meaningful and accurate interpretation and should be adhered to by all relevant parties. Victorian tenants should be allowed to feel safe in their homes, just like homeowners. If you are a confused auditor, landlord, property manager, or tenant, we recommend contacting Consumer Affairs Victoria to demand clarification on the minimum standards for locks in rental properties. Please share this educational video with your business network, friends, and family.